Yet more Gideons. This Gideon doesn't even look anything at all close to any of the other Gideons.
To be fair to 90% of it, they specifically chose to have this Gideon be like Gideon in Amonkhet armor.
No, I mean his face.
Oh yeah,
I don't care about his Amonkhet armor.
oh
That
yeah,
doesn't mean anything to me. I mean his fucking face.
right. The that's the other. That was the 10% I was when I said 90%. That's the
Ah,
below
yeah,
that
the
below
90 by volume.
by Gideon's by volume.
Gideon's by volume. I guess they've kept the little beard and parts, but they some has he always had the little like cheek spikes in his beard?
Let's find out.
Let's look at some Gideons while we wait for people to trickle in.
Yeah. Then they'll tell me if you're too loud or too quiet or whatever. So here's the
These
Gideon.
are
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, his spikes are longer. Okay, his spikes also longer. Does he have them?
I don't think he has them. This is just a
This
beard.
this Gideon has a much shorter nose, though. Like from the length of the nose bridge is much shorter than the one on the front. This one just sort of, but and like the one on the left has a much flatter nose and then this one has a very distinctive nose. It's very with a very long bridge.
Hmm.
There's like all these Gideons.
All
Is
right.
this a new format? This is we're playing Spot the Gideon. It's a new format I just invented.
Yeah. Gideon Tribal is the new format. There was actually I think it was Saffron Olive did a stream a week ago that was just Gideon Tribal in modern, something like 12 or 16 Gideons.
Is that better or worse than Jace Tribal? Probably better because
Better.
the best is banned.
Yeah, because your Jaces aren't very great. And also you like they can't ignore your Gideon because you can emblem to make it so your Gideon has to die before you.
Yeah.
And then like if your opponent's playing like ad nauseum, they just lose because they can't kill both the Gideon and you at the same time.
Or they could just be playing like Naya Burn and they don't care. Like they put you at -1, then they kill the Gideon. It's like, oh.
Right.
Oh.
All right. Well, yeah. So this is a new format. Hey, everybody. I'm glad to see everybody's made it here. This is a new format in the sense that it's new from a week, but we did a draft of it, 2 drafts of it last week. So
I
it's
was around for we drafted you drafted with Kavanaugh. I don't recall what kind of deck that was. It was like Gruul.
that was with Mike.
That was Mike. I thought Kavanaugh was around for one of them. And then there
We
was
thought Kavanaugh was around because we drafted the most Kavanaugh deck.
and then me and you drafted a weird control deck that I forgot had lost to Glorybringer and Mind Rot. But this time around, we're going to do something different. I want to do Blue-White Skies. That's what I think is the best deck of this format, and I want to see how it comes together. But we
Okay.
have to see what the packs say about that.
Right. I don't know what the best deck in this format is. I'm tempted to say in my mind it's just like the deck that's playing 24, 23 cycling cards in blue black and like
Okay, that might be.
and a Drake Haven.
See, the thing with you could have that deck in Blue-White too. It's just Blue and White get every mechanic in this set.
It's true. I think white specifically has exert,
Okay,
has cycling, has
they don't have
bomb.
minus counters, and that's like
No,
yeah.
they don't.
But they have pacifism, so who cares?
Yeah. All right, but yeah, so we're gonna jump on into the league. This is going to be 3 rounds Swiss because that's how these leagues are set up. The reason I do the leagues now, I do these leagues rather than the other is literally that they are 3 tickets less expensive with no difference in like prize payout total within the event, which I find weird, but whatever. So anyway, looks like we have got people here, so we can go ahead and jump on in. And,
We can join League
league.
with 120 play points.
All right. All of our rares are going to be Drake. I would love Drake Haven. Oh my goodness. Drake Haven is like this ridiculous card that I want to play with because it's Astral Slide.
It's a card that got our very good friend Ryan to say Censor was his favorite standard card in a long time, which I love that the fact that could be possibly be true. Okay, this is a good card, but it doesn't excite me.
Right, this is just a good
Like,
card.
this is a very powerful draw spell, but what else do we have?
We have the Edifice of being a control player, which is just I get like the super
Yeah,
icy manipulator.
we've seen the power of this card before.
Land below the cut, by the way.
We have Zenith Seeker, which seems okay, but maybe not in the deck that you kind of want that in because you have a lot of flyers anyways.
Right. Impeccable timing. Final reward. Final reward's pretty good actually as far as
Yeah,
removal
that's.
goes.
I was thinking either the manipulator or we just go in on basically the only good black card in the pack.
Right. Like Menacer's okay, especially like if there's a lot of
I don't like him in this. He gets blocked by 2/1/4s or whatever.
yeah.
Like
So,
it's very easy to block that stat line in this
well,
format.
but zombie matters as far as the creature type.
Zombie
More.
tribal again is always around.
I'm picking Edifice because it means I don't actually that I'm not stuck on a certain color combo, and this works in literally every deck.
Okay, here is some choices. There's Hazoret's bad card, which
Yeah, this
if this game,
is,
if that gave trample, I would love it.
but it doesn't.
It's not. There's a Crocagator.
I actually really like Crocagator.
There's also Faith of the Devoted if you wanted to go in on the Drakehaven deck.
That's true. I've also got some decent white, not like greatest, but like Mummy sparring partner. These are all like fillerish cards. Binding Mummy, if you
Finding Mummy's powerful if you're in that deck. Where
yeah.
like because that's one of the ways your bears get through.
I love the crocodile because so this is almost always a 5/4 because you can put the counter on just some irrelevant trump blocker, right? Like your mana dork.
But even if like you play this into an empty board, a 4-mana 4/3 haste is like good.
Right.
That's a good creature.
So I'm willing to. Oh boy, there's your.
Okay, here's one of the things I was thinking of. But Trial of Strength is a 3-mana 4/2.
Oh, not only that, but the cartouche in green is very powerful.
Yeah, we'll have to find it though.
Right, but I guess I say that in the sense that if we see it, it's a pretty high pick.
There's the only burn spell in this format that can go to the face.
Yep. Other than the instant speed burn, you have sorcery that can the trial specifically. This card rules though. Just want to make sure you know that.
We splashed that in our blue black control deck, so our Stir the Sands would fly.
Mm-hmm.
But we could maybe make use of this.
But yeah, also it would be funny if we splashed Aven Windguide into the deck with the trial string, so we get flying vigilance.
Yeah, this is flying and go. What's that word again? It's not Naya. It's Bant.
Yeah.
We have doubling season.
No.
There's Flash Cat. I don't actually like Flash Cat that much.
This Exerter's fine.
They're pretty good. He's okay. He evades, which makes him a little better.
Well, also he has 4 power base, like which is that's the number, right? Like.
I guess if you didn't want to pick anything, a single copy of Honed Kobesh will go into any deck. It is Leonin Scimitar.
Yeah. I don't see the blue in here. I might pick like. Oh, God, I might pick Soul Stinger because I like that, but also I might pick this Minotaur to be like Gruul. Maybe that's wrong.
Gruul or Golgari, which do you like?
Well, I like Golgari more fully, but I don't know how much I like Soul Stinger as a card. I'm going to pick the Minotaur and see how it plays out, or if we... Oh, boy.
So we should Well, what's in this pack? There's a 4-mana Trumper one.
Yeah, there's like a Trumpet Blast, a Cycling Thing, a good one. This is actually a pretty good one.
It's a decent one. There's also Painted Bluffs.
Painted Bluffs is not great. I mean, it's great. It worked. It
worked out when we were greedy, but like that would just be like a pick that would. We've already done the sun. We don't need to do it again. We could do it again. Is Desert Ceradon something we can make use of? It cycles.
I kind of like it in the Flame Blade Adept.
Flame Adept is also good. I
I'm
don't
not-
like it if we don't get any way to improve it.
that's fine. I'm gonna go with it. And okay, we're
Okay, this is a mana 3/3 with trample. Got it.
yeah. Also, hands off trample to like our big front end creatures.
Hmm.
Okay, all right. We're we're being paid off for the choice of not picking Approach of the Second Sun. Oh, but also Manglehorn is like this
Megalhorn's quite good.
constructed. Like
Mhm.
this is a card I think we'll see in constructed, even with the banning of Felidar.
It still
Guardian.
kills Eye of the guy. Kieran's Eye. Kieran, Heart of Kieran. That's what
Heart
it's
of Kieran.
called.
You found it. Heart of Kieran. Also Aven Initiate, pretty late here in my mind.
Cartouche of Zeal is a card we would play if we were playing Trial of Strength.
Yeah. What do
Here,
you?
yeah, it's rampant growth. Do we want to play Curiosity?
I don't know. I kind of almost want to have pick up Stinging Shot here.
Seeing Shut is good removal. Our opponents will have flyers if they are worth a damn.
And if they don't, we cycle
We
like
can just cycle it.
I
Yeah.
love this. I love this card because it is like flying removal that's really good. This kills most everything, and I can main deck this with no problem because it has cycling. That's the reason I
Yeah.
love cycling, by the way, is because I can include really odd cycling card, like narrow cycling cards, and then it's like, oh, whatever. This,
Cycle them. Yeah. I do like Curiosity, but maybe later.
yeah. Initiate's Companion is like a good aggressive thing, and also works with Exert. I think it's better than Pursue Glory, and also we're more likely to get Pursue Glory later. This is a card again. I'm
Yeah.
fine including one expensive Trumpet Blast, but I
Yeah,
like
you
having
pay you pay one up on your Trumpet Blast to be able to cycle. It's
yeah.
all, which is the old costing rule.
That's
The old costing rule, in case any no one is familiar, is if you take a card with cycling and you add one to the cost, you can cycle it. Although Hieroglyphic Illumination sort of breaks that rule because Inspiration
inspirational.
is a 4 mana card. Uh,
I don't think Watchers is worthwhile. It's just a 2. Hyena Pack isn't really our speed. Is this Pursue Glory?
this could be Pursue Glory.
I just don't think this is our speed. This might be our speed, but it doesn't
It's,
do anything. It's just a bear. Is it fine?
do we okay with Bear, or do we want like a 4 mana card?
I'm gonna
We
go
had a
with bear.
we had a chance to.
Slightly better if we actually do have the trample from this.
It's I still don't think we're playing it.
Is there something better to pick?
No.
Like, not really. I'm gonna put it on the board. I don't think it's worthwhile. This could also. This is good, by the way. These are 2 good cards. I'll
Yeah.
put the Deliverance on the board. This is an answer for. Tormenting Voice is like something I would reasonably main deck. That's
Okay, look at Tormenting Voice and then look at Flameblade Adept.
yeah. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with this. Okay, and we get this. Wow, seriously, over a basic?
Over a basic. Nobody was playing blue or green.
This is a good.
In that.
This is a good card in blue green because of the mind. Mine's actually quite strong. And Spring isn't bad.
Spring is kind of bad, but it works because it has a good bottom end to it. Divination is draw 2 for 3, but it's sorcery speed.
Yep. Inspiration is. Oh my god.
Hey, wait.
But there's a Cartouche of Strength in here.
We could have done that, but now there's a Cartouche of Strength, which is just a card we should pick. Let's make a bad Gruul deck and then lose quickly, and then go back and draft Drakehaven later.
Sure. I really wanted to draft Drakehaven. That's literally the card I wanted.
Well, here's a question.
Oh, there's even a good 2-drop in here. The Exert guy, the Nefcrop Entangler.
Would you feel okay splashing Drakehaven in your Gruul deck?
No, we don't have enough cycling cards for me to want to make use of it. If I'm drafting Drakehaven, I want to be able to pick it up, go into blue-black, and just pick up like 13,
Why-
14 cards with.
Why blue-black specifically?
Because black has a lot of cards that care about cycling, specifically the 1-drop that puts -1/-1 counters on creatures, and the other like fake Drakehaven that drains, and has I think a higher concentration of better cards for it. Maybe not more like cycling cards, but like I think it does cycling best in that. obviously because it's in blue. Anyway, let's go ahead and admit what our deck is. What do you do? You're never getting through.
It could have trample.
You're blue. Okay, you're blue. I don't care. Okay. Thresher Lizard is actually like okay because again it gets that 4 power mark, but I don't think it's better than like we have this is the card you're talking about.
Yeah, this is a card where you add 1 to the costs so that it can get cycling.
Yep.
It's a good card too. Quarry Hauler isn't really our speed, but we do have the Edifice of Authority.
Yeah, yeah, which it powers also like -1/-1 counters on my opponent's creatures. Also 4 power again, the watermark. Initiative
Yeah,
Companion's also fine as like again like just having a curve. And this is
yeah, I suppose.
what do you think?
Uh,
What do you like in here?
the 2-drop is also is probably a good pick. I would be okay with either like a giant spider or elements of solidarity, but I also feel like the 2-drop is
Okay.
a somewhat of a premium.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we want to have the. Wow, that's third pick. I just. It's not the pick here, obviously, because I think we're picking Shed Weakness, but this is third pick. This is a bomb, by the way. I just.
This is a bomb. You don't even need to be playing the combo for it.
No, like, because this is 6 power and toughness for 5, and then also pump basically like half your team or all your team, depending on what your setup is. Shed Weakness is, I think, the pick in here, or Quarry Hauler. How many tricks do we have?
We have 0.
I kind of want to have at least one.
You want one so we can actually attack with Initiate's Companion.
Yeah, this is the other reason I like black for cycling because of like things like this. This is like a good for one, it's a good cycler for the Drakehaven deck. For two, it's a thing you can like play and then have as a big threat. I'm gonna go with the Shed Weakness. We'll get more.
Red looks like it's dried up. Okay, maybe red hasn't
Never
dried
mind.
up.
Never mind. This one's a pretty obvious pick, I think.
Yeah. Uh, this is a variation on a very old card called Flare, which when you could cycle. Well, there was a card. No, Flare is just 3 mana, 1 damage cycle. There was
Solar Blast.
Solar Blast Solar Blast would cycle into Flare. Is like the old thing.
Yeah, and then it had 4 damage on the front. This is good though because it's like we can cycle it for small removal, and this is the front end just says destroy target creature, like just flat.
Yeah, Solar Blast was 4 for 3 because that was the old. It.
Ooh.
It's not a Crocagator.
I'm happy having any number of these.
I would also enjoy a Spidery Grasp. Hooded Brawler is actually good for us because of our companions.
Right, and if we end up getting Spidery Grasp, they make Exert better as well.
With Crocagator.
Yeah, but this is just a way to win the game, like where we just crush on through. So one of the things I think this deck is going to have a problem with is breaking a board stall, and we need to be aware. We need to find something to help us with that. These are good cards, but we don't.
We need to find 2 more. We need 2 more copies of Cartouche of Strengths.
Yeah, I'd definitely be on the Hooded Brawler in this pack if it wasn't for the.
Also, one thing that would help us break the board is Trumpet Blast.
That's black. Yeah, that's the black one. Okay. Oh, here's another reason that blue-black is the cycling thing. It's literally the thing they care about the most. That's really good, actually.
Those monuments don't care if you cast creature. They just want creature spells, not creatures of the correct color.
That's correct.
But that's not a powerful enough effect for the green one. The green one is a powerful enough effect that would play it in any color. But
yeah. So I'm picking up Greater Sandworm. This is a way of breaking through a board stall because it means that they're like mini creatures cannot block it, and also the cycling makes it a lot easier to include this in a deck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! Whoever has that Drakehaven deck is gonna have a fun time with their cycling cost being 0.
Yeah,
that's gonna be. I think Brute Strength is pretty good here. Yeah, we're not. This card's really bad.
Yeah, the Luxor Riverstones is not the most exciting thing in the world. Is Brute Strength okay? Probably. It lets us attack creatures It lets creatures that would bounce off each other not.
And then we get through. Like, we have a way to give off Trample, but, like...
I wish that were the +3/+1 scry one.
I don't think this is real. This is just painted bluffs.
We can pick up a painted bluffs for a speculative splash.
Or even just as, like, including one of to
Make our red splash easier because it's looking
It's
like
looking a little more like red is the off color is. I agree. Green is our main. Red, I wouldn't say it's splash territory because I have like 4 cards I'm pretty happy with, and I'm sure we'll see some more in pack 3. But definitely, it is a little more of the secondary here.
we might play up on mountains just because we have a 1. It's the only double green we have is at 7. Oh, I think our colors are gone, gens.
There's nothing that means they should be here in pack 3, and I'm sure as hell not moving. It's way too late to switch colors.
Yeah.
Like, way too late for that. We don't care about Gift of Paradise. These aren't the creatures I want in the deck, though.
These aren't the creatures I want in any deck.
Sure.
We'll play a single honed Kopesh is basically like that is a kind of way to go around board stalls. It's just to move the sword around.
Yeah. Alright, well.
Let's open that stupid dragon.
The unkillable, the freaking Glorybringer, that thing is ridiculously powerful. It's not like... It's not quite like...
It's
the
not
top
like
bombs like Drana or something. Like, it's not that
but
level.
it's the top bomb of this format though, probably.
Yeah, that or the demon. There's a demon that's like whenever you it's in black. Again, another reason for black cycling. Whenever you cycle a card, no cost, -1/-1 counters on all creatures your opponents control.
Yeah.
And it's like a 5-mana 5/4 flyer on top of that ability. Oh, Gideon, eh?
Well, we can get our draft back.
Yeah.
What are we giving up for Gideon? A
We're giving
2-drop.
We're giving up a Bitterblade Warrior, a second Flame Blade Adept. This is literally the draft back, though. In as far as cost, it is actually the most expensive card in the set.
Because it's getting played in Modern.
Well, it's getting played in something. Like, this is definitely, like, this is the draft back, and I'm willing to pass up on something like Quarry Hall or Flame Blade or Bitterblade to pick it up. We're not playing it, though.
I mean,
Shrug.
we have a painted bluffs.
Yeah.
And we have a rampant growth to fetch.
Yeah, so we can play this and then we can't die. What's this?
We play this and then effectively get like a 4-mana 4/4. Yeah, that would also be like a fine pick.
Yeah. Let's just put this on the sideboard right away. Cast out! Wow, this one's actually pretty cool.
Removal at any cost, right? Like this thing does kill most things.
Right.
It's also the only red card in the pack.
So we got 3 things. We got Bitterblade as a 2, Electrify as not Lightning Blast, and Onri Kudu is...
It's decent.
Yeah.
Do we want the Bitterblade or do we want to Electrify?
I don't like our current removal suite, which is to say it's Deem Worthy.
Cartouche of Strength. Alright, we have I forget we had Deem Worthy. But yeah, removal. Yeah.
This is a way of breaking through a board.
Magma Spray?
Magma Spray? Yeah.
I'd be happy with Magma Spray.
That's fine. Electrify is kind of insulting. Yeah.
Little more than kinda.
It's
a personal insult to me. Because I think the only reason this thing can't dome is they didn't want 8 copies of Lightning Blast in Standard. As if anyone would do that. Nobody's playing the first 4 copies.
Right. Anyway, this is pretty easily Magma Spray compared to the other cards in here. Pursue Glory is the only other thing I kind of like in here. This is a really strong...
Yeah, it's a strong card. I would like exactly 1 copy of Pursue Glory, but I would like more copies of Magma Spray.
Kind of want more creatures at this point in time.
And we're low on creatures. Hooded Brawler, probably good to pick up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's in those colors. All-Hooded Brawler. Actually, do we want... How afraid of flyers are we?
Giant spider, some
Oh, we got
removal
Giant Spider. Who cares
pieces.
about Minotaur Sure Shot?
Like, if we have flyer problems, we'll probably bring... I don't know if Spider makes main. It might, because of creature count issues, actually, at this point. But
Yeah.
Hooded Brawler seems fine, again, especially with these initiates.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have a stinging shot, too, in the main, so it's not too
Yep.
bad.
We're okay with against flyers.
I kind of like... We aren't actually heavy on 3s, which is usually a way there.
Hey!
Okay.
Gideon's Intervention.
This card's kind of cool. It's a combination of like 2 or 3 different types of this effect that have existed in the past. Things like Runed Halo or like Meddling Mage style effects. I like it. I like it because it just says if they're in hand or play or whatever, it just doesn't do anything.
If it's a black card, fuck you. Black or red player, you can't deal with this.
Yep. So, Cartouche strength, good stuff. What do you...
This is the not FTK.
How are we doing on that count? 1, 2, 3, 4... Enchantments, 5, 6. This could be 2 or 3 damage by that point in time. Then we have another Edifice, too. Or a Cartouche of Zeal.
Cartouche of Zeal is not so bad if we have Trial of Strength in play.
Right.
It's kind of bad if we don't.
I kind of like setting up more of the... Because, okay, so the Edifices are can't attack on the first half, but the second half is like they're fully removed. They're immobile.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of want to do the Edifices and kind of set those up. Those seem nice. Oh, wow, okay, our colors are here.
Hey, what do we want out of here?
You can exert to draw a card. That's nifty. Also, even like the off-color cards are fine. Cartouche. Consuming Fervor is strong.
Do we have anything that highly benefits from the +3/+3?
No.
Maybe anything, because anything could have trample potentially.
Right, but we don't have one of the things that removes -1/-1 counters, if that's what you're looking at.
No, it would just be a +3/+3 for...
I'm kind of thinking, again,
turns.
creature count. I'm kind of thinking, like...
Yeah, we could pick up another 1/3.
Yeah, like, Watchful Naga is not bad either, especially if we had it. But I kind of like... I want an aggressive curve. Oh, Hooded Brawler again? Again, this makes the Initiate's Companions quite... Oh, wow, this is late.
Yeah, Lake Claim is rather good.
That's a good one. This is a Confiscate with cycling, which means it's not stuck in your hand dead.
Well, Confiscate is never dead.
Well,
it's just sometimes Confiscate has
7.
to steal a land for 6 mana.
when I say dead, I mean you don't have 6 mana.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, oh wow, I'm on 3 lands. This card is hypered. You know, that sort of dead.
Yeah, that kind of. I forgot about lands.
Oh right, this isn't like Hearthstone or whatever.
I never play cards. Do we want to splash compulsory rest off Painted Bluffs, or do we want to pick a 1-drop?
I'll pick a 1. I don't like Benefaction of Ronus. I don't like this card very much. Like, enchantments are cartouches in Trial, and it's like...
Benefaction of Ronus should cost like 2 mana. I think it has at some point.
No, we had this card in Theros. It looked at top 6, and you could choose 3 cards out of them. It like a combination creatures and I think it was maybe just enchantments, but it was like... It was basically we've had better versions of that card something like 4 or 5 times now.
The 1-drop isn't super great, but what else are we picking?
I was gonna say, like, shrug. Okay, only enchantments. Yeah. I don't know. Basically, I think we've had better versions of that card in the past so many times. All right.
Hey, good cards.
This one.
Nobody's in black. Why isn't anyone in black when we saw like?
I feel like
I
was gonna say I feel like blue's very open because of the things we've been like blue-black seems like we've been seeing all these cards for. I'm very happy to have a Bitter Blade. This is good, especially with the companions. We can make good use of it. We can finally get it.
You can finally get the 1 pursue glory we used to win the game.
Yep. Yeah.
Haze of Pollen destroys the turn we do that. Uh, for some reason, it cycles for 3, and Oshra Cultivator is very bad.
Cultivator, I think, exists specifically to throw -1/-1 counters on. So I understand its purpose in this set. Like, it's there, you play it on 1, and then you put, like, 2 -1/-1 counters on it from, like, crocodiles or junk, and then you, like, sack it after a block. And it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's fine.
why does it cost like 3 to activate though?
I can't answer that question. Because ramp is bad, actually, is the actual answer to your question. Because, like, ramp can't be good anymore. Like, as far as, like, efficient, sorry. Like, this is what ramp looks like. It costs 3.
Ramp at 3. Um,
I don't know if this card does
sideboard.
anything.
Do we sideboard a Blazing Volley in case there's somebody making 1/1 cone? That card I don't think does anything. The Bloodlust Insider.
I don't know. It might
All of our
not.
creatures already have haste.
I might pick it to see how it plays out because I realize our Crockett really,
We have a 7/7 in our deck.
really.
Mm.
I'm playing this.
Yeah, Flaying. For anybody who's never played with Flaying, you use this either when it would win you the game, or when you have a useless creature, or when they go to target your guy.
We are Gruul.
We be Gruul today, which means really it means we have like a whole bunch of like some bad combat tricks, and pack 2 didn't go well, and our curve goes directly from 7. It goes from 4 to 7.
I'm cool
Uh,
with that. I'm cool with that being our top end. Our top end is a thing we can cycle so we don't have to play it. Like our curve ends at 4, really.
yeah, because that Deemworthy is probably getting cycled most of the time.
Right? Unless we need to kill a big thing. So the cool thing we can do with Fling in this deck is just like, it's like, okay, we crush in with, I don't know, either Exerted Ember Horn or something big, and it's like, cool, brute strength, get over, and then we fling it.
Mm-hmm.
We're Gruul.
We be Gruul, and we might play that out of needing creature. It might be better than the Flameblade Adept it replaces.
Right. Well, I mean, again, our spell count is pretty decent from memory. We'll see.
Like it could be like a Goblin Commando type card.
Even if it's doing 2 damage, I'm fine with the card.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this also can't go face. This one's a little more obvious why it can't. Like, if this could go
Yeah.
face,
Yeah, if it could go face, then there would be like it would be like a Storm card.
yeah. So okay. There's a difference between a card that can't go face for obvious reasons and a card that can't go face for no reason. Those are 2 very different things. Like in Kaladesh, we had the one that's like spend energy to deal X damage, the Harnessed Lightning, and that one can't go face for very obvious reasons. You could just be like, whoops, you take 20 and die or something like that with all the energy. I've had that much energy in a game, and even if it's just like you take 8 and die, like that's way too much for 2 mana. So like that makes sense. Every card not going face is doesn't like. Even this one, like if you're doing 7, this is creature kill. Like of course this can't go face. Like that's way too much damage.
Yeah.
Man, if we live in a world where Lightning Blast is too good for limited, what the hell? That's not.
Yeah. As Lightning Blast isn't like a card I think of. Oh, I have no idea how to make this deck. I can like there's some cards I immediately think might not make the cut. Like we can cut if we can afford to cut creatures now.
Also, this is a creature, so
Yeah. Do we want to cut? Do we want to play both edifices? Is like that the speed of our deck?
I don't know. It's weird because the edifices are only defensive until they're online, and then they become offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe we don't. Like they're a really good card, but like our deck wants to be front foot. Like
Okay.
I
What
think
are
these 4s are pretty. Like I was gonna say Hyena is pretty easy, and Giant Spider's more of a sideboard in my mind.
yeah?
Again,
Uh,
not the speed of our deck.
do you like blood? I don't like Bloodlust Insider. I really don't like both Flameblade Adepts either. But now we're getting low on creatures.
Right. I don't like. I agree with you. I actually don't think that these are very good in what we have. Like this is more of a constructed thing. You play it on 1 and then play a Noose Constrictor on turn 2, and your opponent's like, oh fuck, and then you start discarding copies of Fiery Temper at your opponent, and they're like, oh fuck, like
If only that was the deck anyone was playing.
right. But I don't know if we like. cutting Bloodlust Insider brings our creature counts like
I
much
okay.
lower than I
I would
want.
like one of those. I would kind of like one of those fours more than Bloodlust and Cider, but those fours are so vanilla.
Right, like I don't think they're the speed of the deck. And like everything the only things that have haste in the deck are the crocodiles.
Okay.
I don't know. I
Maybe he does some cool things.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Uh,
with one of those edifices because again, we need to make cuts and we need something,
yeah.
and I don't think that's the speed we're at.
Yeah, the Flame Blades also being a one drop is awkward because red is our not creature color really.
All right,
Uh,
it has ended up that almost red and green are basically like even here. You know, like
yeah.
let me quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay, this is gonna be fine. Yeah, again, even if there's like two, I'm happy with the card.
Do we have any spells we want to cut? Like one of the brute strengths, maybe.
Yeah, because we have so we have like this is like combat trick pile. And then we have removal pile. This is a combat trick pile too. Pursue Glory is like
Yeah, Pursue Glory is a card I think we might. Is it a card we can make use of? I don't know.
I don't know. Like we don't go wide.
Yeah, I was
I don't.
looking at it as a way to break the board, but I don't know.
I think brute strength is better at doing that and pushing damage through. I think brute strength is just
Yeah,
better.
Bruce Strength's better at pushing damage through.
I'm
Then
gonna
again, Pursue Glory cycles. But
I'm gonna go with that for now.
I do kind of like the Kopesh because that lets the 3/1s attack into more boards. The initiates we have 3x of.
Yeah.
Having the second point of toughness helps them a lot.
Well, also again, we've talked about 4 as a number. Just stole your 6th and 7th wins in Eternal Draft. Hell yeah. I'm honestly thinking like Tormenting Voice because I just again this is a always a fringe card for me, and we don't have a lot of ways to make use of the discard outside of like we're discarding lands, and we
Um,
need to make cuts. So
yeah, we need to make cuts. I don't think we're playing Painted Bluffs either. We have no double color except at 7.
yeah, this is probably just. I honestly I don't want to be off curve with it.
Yeah, this is the big thing. 'Cause I would, if we had like a bunch of like double costs at 3, I would be okay playing it, but we don't.
Right, the only double we have is this.
Hmm.
I did some quotes there. We still need 4 cuts. Holy shit! I'm gonna cut from down here still some more.
Yeah, sheesh. Because we need creatures. The more spells we cut, the worse Javelier becomes, which might mean he becomes a hyena pack. But
Right. Okay. Well, how about this? Let's work in reverse on spells then. What are our best ones? Like,
I do not want to cut any removal spell
okay,
except maybe Fling.
because Fling can go face. That wants me to.
Okay. We have plenty of removal.
This is actually a pretty hefty removal set.
Are we okay not playing Electrify?
I could like Electrify for again the number that it does.
Yeah, I like it. I like it for what it does, but we're looking. I'm looking at the chopping block. Hey, we need to shed weakness. Mm,
That might be okay to cut.
it might be okay to cut. I kind of like it. I kind of like it better than brute strength though, because it's one cost.
God, still need 4 cuts. It's just,
Go down to 14 creatures.
yeah, I don't know how much I like going down that heavily. The most I'm cutting is 1 creature. I wouldn't cut 2. Because
Hmm.
in an aggressive deck, I already feel like we're a little low on creatures. But, like, we can't go down to. So we need 4. This could become a sideboard. Instead
Like
of
we're already
one.
cycling. We're already cycling it anyways. See, I kind of like the Kopesh in this deck, but we could. if we're looking for cuts, we can cut the Khopesh.
Eh, I'm on the edge with it. These are the 4 I'm looking at. And I don't know much I like cutting the 2 artifacts. But that's what I'm looking at cutting is those 4 right there. I think Stinging Shot's up. This is a sideboard. I can bring
Yeah,
it
that's a sideboard card. Okay.
That's fine. Those are the 4 I'm looking at. And what would be our Warfire? Javelineer's at 6 then?
Japanese at 6. If we don't like it, we can replace it with the Hyena just to have a 3/4.
Right.
Or Giant Spider.
Or we cut that as one of our creatures to keep in one of the other cards. Again, the 2 artifacts are the ones I don't really want to cut.
Mm.
Let's do that. Alright, I think it's between these 2.
The Edifice is more of a monotax, but the Khopesh is often that as well, because you're moving it around.
Right, I think that's basically the same on them. They even fill, like, similar roles of, like, pushing through. Like, you know, like, we can use Edifice to get rid of one of their bigger blockers, whereas Hone Khopesh is like, okay, we're too big for you to...
Here's a question. How long do you suspect games are going to go? Because the Khopesh works better if we don't want games to last as long, because it does its effects more immediately and it's cheaper. Like you 1/1/1, you always get that. Whereas the Edifice, it does not work for offensively until you get all the bricks on it, which means the longer games go, it becomes the better card, but early on it's weaker. So I guess if we're honest about the speed of the deck, that's where we can.
Right, because here's what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 2 different games this deck is going to have. All right.
Games where it can curve out and games where it loses.
Well, no, I was going to say games where it curves out and our opponent dies on like 4 or 5 because they were just sitting there cycling cards while we murdered them. Mm-hmm. Or games where turn 15 and 16 are normal because that's just what, like, from what I've seen in this format, that just happens where it's like, yep, we sure are in turn 27, like you know, that sort of thing. And in those games, that's
in the first. And I think in the first game, we don't have the time to squeeze in Khopesh, but in the second game, the Edifice wins us the game, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So let's cut the sword, and we might bring it in if we need. So, if our opponent completely punishes us having 1 toughness creatures, we'll do a swap.
Right. But that is specifically what I'm thinking. We are either a deck that wins on like turn 5 because we went, you know, a 3-power creature, another 3-power creature that can attack for 5, and then like a crocodile, and our opponent was like, I just wanted to cycle my cards, I just wanted to draw a card, and they died. So
that's true. This is a format distinctly lacking in lava axes.
We secretly have it.
Yeah, we have like the lava axe of the format.
Yeah.
Or even like fireballs. There's not a blaze in this set, is there?
Holy shit. You know what? We can check that.
Yeah, let's look for, like, I'll look for a blaze.
Collection, set, Amonkhet,
X.
Collectible 0. There's this, which is blow up X artifacts. This is each opponent loses X life on ribbons.
Okay, so there is a fireball below a flame slash. Okay,
that's actually pretty good.
It's a good combo. Like, they're both overcosted, or actually cut is actually fairly costed.
Yeah.
But the ribbons is undercosted or overcosted for limited.
Right. Ribbons, like we've gotten this card before at Black X, and it was a drain for X.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, those earthquakes don't hit players, do they?
Neither side.
Yeah. So we have a fireball at rare, and you have to flash it back.
Yeah, this I think cut is fairly costed.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. Get the
Though,
costing for the Flame Slash.
yeah. Anyway, let's get back into this. Let's set up the. I think green gets the nod,
Yeah, green gets the knot.
and it's gonna probably try to 10-7 us. I think I'm gonna 9-8 it instead.
Yeah, because we do have
So here's a sort of a trick with this. Take a look at that. If we're off green, we don't have maybe in that we do want 10-7 then. Because if we're off green, we can't play. If we're off
yeah.
red, like red's all
If
our
if
removal.
we're off red, we have no removal.
Let's do that. Let's admit that I would rather be off red than off green. That's a little silly.
Let us go forward.
All right, save it. Let's move along and see how this plays out.
Amonkhet. It's the format of mediocre Gruul decks.
The overrun in this set is really open to the one that makes your team on like X unblockable creatures. Yeah. So if we actually were more even on creatures and removal in the colors, I would have put 8-9 in.
How good is shock followed by nothing? I think I cannot keep this hand.
Right, like this doesn't do enough. Again, our deck is supposed to be curve out and kill our opponent or last for a while, and all this does is have like a single removal spell on their 2-drop, which Magma Spray is good. It means that they can't like flashback it or whatever. But wow, nothing for 4 turns, and also like we keep this. You know what the next 3 draws are, right? Like
Oh, easily, yes.
okay,
This
curve
has
and
a
cartridge.
this has 2 drops and a removal spell. Watchers of the Dead can actually fight decently.
Yeah.
Although it might be that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're
Okay, so this is a 1 mana 2/1 that way later in the game will flash back, whereas we are going to have trample.
yeah.
Do we play Watchers of the Dead first, or do we play the Initiate's Companion just to?
I'm gonna go with Initiate's Companion instead.
In case they play something.
Watchers is more like trying to rely on the cartouche if they play Hurloon Minotaur, right? Like that's what you're thinking.
Yeah. Whereas we're probably just going to.
Wow, is that putting 2 on the Dread Wanderer? That's probably putting 2 on the. You should have attacked first, my dude.
You should have attacked first. Weird.
Am I gonna have to 2-for-1 myself on this?
Likely, we can. Do we play the guy first? Well,
It's Menace though.
yeah, I meant like we wouldn't block it. We would just play our 3/3 out and.
Yeah, so far our opponent's played 2 rares. That's like that's a start. Like what? What it?
Or do we just cartouche right away?
We could go for playing Watchers of the Dead. I can't think of it as a 2-for-2 because this recurs. Watchers of the Dead, like I could play it and then go for a double block, but if they have anything, I lose on the spot.
I was just going to like my play. Okay, we can either cartouche now, or the other play I was thinking of was play out the 3 mana 3/3, ignore our opponent's creature, let them attack, and then just attack back.
I don't think we're on the winning side there.
No, that would mean like cartouching the next turn. But sure, we can just get our we can just 2-for-1, right? Just get out of the way.
I don't like that because I don't think we can sit around and wait. Especially if they untap, they could have ways to save it.
Certainly.
And we can't even attack first because our creature's not big enough for it. But yeah, I don't want to have any chance of our opponent sticking this on the table without us being able to stop it. Because that just means
gross.
we're okay. Well, our opponent's just gonna flood the board here. They did miss a land drop though.
So maybe we can just beat them to death with a large creature.
Yeah, let's hope so.
I think it became ultra evasive. Menace trample on a 5/4. Okay.
There's a 1 mana creature. Yep. Because this is a mana rock as well for white creatures, and there's a bat. And here's a
Okay. Also,
thousand
that's
one ones. And the game.
whenever a token comes into play, gain a life. I have a problem, Jens.
Yeah.
Our problem is that our opponent has a good synergistic deck, and we don't.
No, no, we don't.
Like, what do we do here? Like, play our guy, exert, attack in. Like, I don't even know.
Like if I don't even know if I have to exert, but
Just trade with the bat. Because it's going to put a bat and a token in front of that. Or maybe not.
it's a companion. Yep.
Okay.
here's 1,000 1/1s. They all have vigilance, by the way. That's I didn't realize they were 1/1s with vigilance from this. I thought they were 1/1s with no text.
Yeah. Did we ever get a
One of those one damage
we got
sort of
one
thing.
damage? Because that'd be pretty cool right now.
Yeah, it would be. I don't think we did.
Also, our opponent has one card in hand. Their guy gets to come back.
This is whenever you cast. Okay, that's slight mercies. All right, I'm going all in and then playing these out.
Yeah, just get our board ripped to shreds. We have nothing else to do, though.
Right, like again, what do we do other than this? So I'm exerting it because we might untap it.
Now, playing the 3/1 didn't matter because our opponent is always going to have a 1/1 to chump it with. Like it's playing the 3/1 now or playing it later doesn't do anything.
Right.
It doesn't change anything except it gets the damage in now.
Also, it'll untap this.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty decent outcome there. I didn't expect
Opponent,
our opponent to just go to 8. We might be able to.
yeah, opponent didn't decide to just trade 2 1/1s for like our 3/3.
That seems odd, and we might actually just be able to run through them if they do this again. Like again, if we
Did they
draw
not
like
want to? Did they not want to lose their Anointer Priest?
well, in
Because
flashbacks, like
yeah, like I don't get it.
we might be able to steal this now. Like, them going to 8. Sure, you get a pile of creatures. I get it. Like that's the thing, and you've got the bats. Sure, let's do some math. We have trample. Our entire board has trample.
It's 4 mana to flashback their guy.
Yeah, they got to hold back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, is our last card Anthem? Like, right, like, let me do the math. We've got 4, so 5, 10, 15 versus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they would go to 4 and lose. But then they would probably get to make like good blocks.
They get to make good blocks. They get to have several. They get to have at least 3 creatures back eventually. Because 2 embalmed guys plus the Dread Wanderer.
Right. We needed to draw.
We needed to draw 7 damage spells so we could catch them in combat.
Yeah.
Or Trumpet Blast. Trumpet Blast would have done it.
Well, I'm gonna play the Edifice and pass here because we don't have lethal, and like I'm gonna start edificing on this Unwavering Initiate. I don't like having to sit in a board stall, but I don't think they can attack either. So
We need to draw our We need to draw 2 lands and a 7 mana creature that
All
can't.
right.
Oh, terrible. Okay, I guess we need to draw Fling now.
Oh god, Fling would be super freaking good here. Sure, whatever. I'm not gonna sack that until we need the life. So let's make this thing not able to attack. I could make a flyer not able to attack, but I think this is actually the better thing, because this can attack pretty freely, too.
There's a Trumpet Blast in our sideboard, Squirrel Token. That's what I was referring to.
Yep. They have a Trumpet Blast, too. It exists in these color combinations.
In with only 1 bat.
Okay. And then they're probably going to make Dread Wanderer, because they have 1 card in hand. But Dread Wanderer can't... No?
Dread Wanderer costs 4.
Oh, is it 4? I thought it was 3.
Oh, it is 3. They just didn't.
They must have a trick, then? Anyway, Hooded Brawler's, again, really good. That's 5 power of attacking. This is good. Like, that's one of the best cards we can draw as far as offense goes. So, I'm feeling okay. We're not. I thought we were out of this game flat, and the fact that we're anywhere near in this game makes me feel good. Are you gonna play? Okay,
yeah, now Dark Wanderer comes back.
That's fine. Again, that card can't attack. Like, it has two power. All right, so let's again make this Unwavering Initiate unable to attack, because I don't want it to. I don't want
to
it
die and come back.
Yeah. Also, it's like we can't block it effectively. All right. So. I don't understand the edifice on the initiative. It seems like if Washer of the Dead went to the yard, it would be a good thing. Like, I don't want, because it has vigilance and any blocks I make, like, yeah, I could trade Watchers of the Dead for it, but that's 2 power off of my board when I really, really want to,
We're trying to steal the game. We need guys.
We're stealing the game, not winning the game in a normal way. It might be better to do it on bats if my life total starts getting a little too low, but like at this point, this is the only way we're winning this game is through theft.
So there's a third of the equation for the worm.
Yeah, and it's worth holding it back. Yeah, I guess Watchers trading with it is still okay as far as how much. It removes the same power and toughness from the board, but the problem is this has Embalm, so it doesn't remove any power and toughness from the board.
The Embalm sucks is part of it.
Basically, if this card didn't have Embalm, I would make the trade, but it has Embalm. All right, let's see what they've got. Interesting. I don't think that's good because we have a lethal crackback.
Yeah, what do we tap down the Anointed Priest to get rid of the most toughness?
Yeah.
That makes me think they have like a timely response or whatever it's called. The 3 damage to an attacking creature or whatever. Or they have another guy. They have a Scorpion.
Okay. So we need to draw real, is what I'm hearing.
Oh, certainly. I mean, we know what card's on top of our deck, but we have to draw it to know that. Ooh, Magma Spray. That deals with Unraving Initiate quite well. Problem is, can we win this turn?
Let's do counts. Anointed Priest is out. Scorpion's out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 15. They go to 1.
Because my problem here is we're looking kind of dead too if they decide to start going wide.
Well, right, because I have to exert a bunch for that too. Like, God, we're literally 1 short on this. So, but we have to go in here because we'll die next turn anyway. Like, okay.
Okay, if we go all in now, I think the only thing that saves us is like a crocodile.
No, we're fine.
Oh, okay.
I think we might be fine here. I'm gonna use Magma Spray mid combat because we can, because of the it can just remove one of these 2, and then if they make like a specific block, and then we can Magma Spray it. We edifice the most toughness out of the way. It might be better to edifice this out of the way, but I don't. Then this has a free block. Like, I don't like that. All right. I'm gonna go with Anointer Priest. We're committing to this. So I chose the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we chose the right one. Yeah. What attacks are we committing to? Brawlers?
Everything.
Everything.
This
Okay.
this is an all-out attack.
Oh.
Yeah, it has to be. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And we can't actually do all out because it won't exert. They also have a chance of just messing up the blocks, but I don't believe in that.
We do have 2 life in the pocket. We're at 7.
If we didn't have that 2 life in the pocket, I don't think we'd even have a chance at winning this. Because they have to block everything. They literally have to block with every creature they control. Wait, that thing can block?
It just ETB's tapped.
What the shit?
Yeah.
What the shit? The thing can block?
Well, was your plan based around the fact that it could not block?
Yeah?
Yeah.
The thing can block?
And it can block. It is ETB's tapped.
Every single other card in the universe that has that text just has can't block on it, so whatever, I don't read cards. Alright.
Well, let's see what happens.
Why couldn't it block? Right. Because specifically I'm thinking of every single other card like this has the text can't block on it. Like, that's just how it works.
Yeah, because they want you to use them aggressively. They don't want you to use them defensively.
Yeah, Bloodghast can't block.
Bloodghast can't block. Whereas this
Holy
thing,
shit.
ETB's tapped.
Holy shit.
Um,
Did you just finalize blocks that have you killed?
So we deal 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we kill the scorpion with magma spray or something.
We kill this. We kill this with magma spray. We deal 3. Yeah, they lose if they don't have a trick here.
If they don't have a trick. We have a trick. Maybe they have a trick. Time to reflect. What a weird ass spell.
And that only works because
Because
Dread Wanderer can block.
This Dread Wanderer can block. Okay.
And then they just have us dead next turn?
They have 6, 7, 8. We go to 7 and die. Okay, we learned something new. Dread Wanderer can block.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to I assumed the card couldn't because every single other card I've ever seen like it can't. Interesting. Yeah, this is 8. We can't stop this.
Yeah, I didn't think we were winning this game in the long run anyways. So I think, like, the next turn, if our opponent just started going wide, we probably would have died too.
Well, I don't think they had anything left. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
any sideboard options? Like, do we want Giant Spider?
I'm just going to prove what I'm talking about.
Blood? Yeah, the Bloodghast. What's that guy called in Kondatar gear?
Yeah,
the guy with
Cons can't do it either. Where's Bloodghast at? Did you not take? Like, yeah, Bloodghast can't block. Recurs from Graveyard. There's that warrior from... I don't know what the name of that thing is. Blood-soaked?
Blood-soaked champion.
Yeah, Blood-soaked champion. Again, like, that's sort of a thing with these cards. Anyway, what do we want?
Like, do we want the spider here? Or maybe stinging shot? Do we want Dissenter's Deliverance to get that freaking token gen off the table?
What do we not want? What do we want out? What are we boarding out?
I don't know what we're boarding out for if we want the Center's Deliverance. I don't know what we board out for that. But we can easily board like a creature out for Giant Spider.
Something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that seems decent. Um, it'd be like Brute Strength or something, but Brute Strength would have been good in
Yeah,
that match.
brute strength would have been very good there.
Like, how much do we care about their 1/1 producing thing?
It sucks, but I don't. Like, is that better than is Descender's Deliverance more useful than Giant Spider in this sense?
I don't know. I think well, Giant Spider is a creature that can attack for damage. Is
I'm gonna go this route. We can cycle Descender's Deliverance if we need to.
it can indeed cycle.
Okay. Would you like to play first? Yes. Sure.
Are we just going to T1 cycle that this enters Deliverance?
100%. Because this hand, like, needs creatures to work.
I guess that would have been a 2-drop if we. It's fine. We'll draw one of our 2-drops off this.
Does Cartouche get owned by their Smite? No, because fighting doesn't trigger Smite, and also they don't have a lot of zombies. I guess I don't understand the question. Okay.
I guess we're going to be the Speedy Crocodile is what's going to happen.
That's all we got is Speed Crocodile. Yeah, like this is fight. This is removal. This is Hunt the Weak for 1 less. Sure, it's that bad.
Is opponent off just a land drop? Or was that their 3? I don't know. Yeah, we trial of strength first. And then.
Well, is Crocodile just better for getting in, then trial next turn, then Cartouche the turn following?
Cartouche would let us not put the counter on the Crocodile.
But attacking for 4 right now is huge.
Let's attack for 4 right now, then.
Yeah, like, I think we just do this. Next turn's trial. Hopefully, if we draw a land, trial plus brute strength, like...
Yeah, Travel's Brute Strength seems rather good. Crush in.
Yeah, they haven't missed a land drop. They went 2 into 3.
Yeah.
And
It was my brain skipped a beat.
Also, if they go for a double block, I can deem worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we get edicted. Alright. That sucks. This card's extremely powerful.
Right, I forgot that our opponent's deck was good. Oh!
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, our opponent's deck is good. It's kind of a problem for us. Right,
it's been a recurring problem.
So, trial of strength, and hopefully they don't have a way to, like, cartouche and replay it.
Yeah, they're gonna lifelink cartouche on the bat.
On bat.
And
Lifelink, well, they need double black for that play. Alright, another bat, sure.
they're just going to speed bat.
Speed bat's fine. I can deal with speed bat. Cartouche, kill one of these, then they block with Anointer Priest. We have to spend brute strength.
And brute that gets us a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's still probably fine.
It's a weird beast token. It's like a tiger crocodile.
So let's fight bat. So trial back to hand. Yes, I'm doing this pre because of the trample.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll likely block. Then we turn brute strength into extra damage here, which gets us through for... So we're in for 5.
Crunch.
That might have been better doing it in the opposite order.
When attacking then attacking then cartouching.
Yeah. That probably would have been better in the opposite order, thinking about it. Okay, each player discards a card on coming to play.
We want to discard brute strengths, or do we want to discard trial?
I think we want...
Trial strength's a creature, so we have to get rid of brute strength.
Yeah, Deem Worthy is good enough to keep around because it's removal.
They're going to discard the 1-drop. Call chats.
Mm-hmm. So this is dumb, but I think. Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're going to cycle Deemworthy on a Scorpion.
Yeah, I was gonna say that they're probably holding the. Are we in end step? Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
We can. Hmm.
we need
What do
attack
we
and
want to? What do we want to do? Just attack and wait and see what happens.
kind of like attack and wait and see what happens. Like I can magma spray and make the attack hit for 5, and then play Trial of Strength. Next turn I'll have Deemworthy.
Hmm. Dealworthy to kill almost anything.
Yeah, I like this because it gets in the most damage.
Yeah, they are going to attack with the block with the Scorpion.
Yeah, that's really obvious, but all right. So trial again. And now their opponent's at 6. Hopefully we can just kill our opponent.
Elvish Mystic is not on the reserve list. Don't lie, Scroto.
I think Findhorn Elves.
No, Findhorn's got a reprint
Oh,
in a commander.
okay.
So no, Elvish Mystic is just a card they don't print anymore. It's
Yeah,
not like
it's on the
not on
reserve
the
list.
it's not on the reserve list with
Are you? Is this
with
real? What the hell do you have that this is an attack that makes sense?
I have no idea.
This
What is that? Uh, what is the card called? Brushwag. Yeah,
Yeah.
Findorn Elves and Elvish Mystic are on the reserve list with Brushwag.
No, seriously, what world do those attacks make sense to you in? Like, that scares me.
They're gonna play like a 5-mana 4/4 or something.
I love that.
Or they're gonna play 5-mana. Oh, Plague Belcher. Okay, they want to get tagged in so they can kill one of their creatures. And then we deem the Plague Belcher unworthy.
Right, and then it just dies. Oh, right, whatever a zombie dies. Anyway,
And then you die now.
unworthy.
They could live if they have 3 damage to an attacking creature. Okay, they don't.
Okay. Whoo! We got there. So that actually was, they were setting up for lethal, because Plague Belcher is 5 power menace, just kills us flat.
Yeah, we had removal in our deck. Okay.
I think the bat, I think they could have left, they should have left back the bat or something like that. They didn't need to attack all out there. Okay.
Okay, do we want some way of dealing with flyers, or do we just want to ship it back?
I don't think we care. We should be outspeeding their flyers. Their flyers are bad. Are Dusk Imp.
I have respect for Dusk Imp, but that's because I'm thirsty for flyers. It's not a good card.
I am aware that the name of the card is Deem Worthy. That will not stop me from calling it Deem Unworthy. Sorry.
No. No.
Oh, God, like one more forest.
How much are you willing to bet the top card of your deck is Forest, Mister? Because that's what it's got to be.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, we have to mulligan this too. Because this hand does not do anything. Those cartouches need creatures, of which there are 12 in the deck.
14.
13, I think, actually. We took out a creature for Natural Eye, for Shatter.
That cycles.
Yeah, cycling is like being a creature. Do you want to keep this just hoping we draw a 2-drop? The only 2-drops we have are 3/1, so they don't fight exceptionally well.
Ha.
Okay, that would have been a 2/2.
Yeah, that would have been a 2/2, aka the perfect card for the cartouche.
Ooh.
Okay, cool.
Maybe we have a good card for the cartouche.
That's fine by me.
Of course, we have to fight the fan bearer. The fan bear? What's a fan bear? A bear?
Well, this is not the fan bear. This is the fan squire.
Fan bear. It's the fan Norwood Ranger.
Yeah, sure. I see somebody missed a land drop.
And we have removal spells for your creatures.
That's good.
The fan beater is something else. I smell a trick.
The hell exists as a trick on that?
I need leap.
Sure, I'm not fighting. I'm not taking that. You can have your 2 damage. I ain't falling for it. Like, sure, I'm gonna kill the fan bearer now.
You can kill the fan bearer and then attack.
Yeah. I had to think on what existed, and the 2 damage is well not worth that.
Time to reflect doesn't work on the offense. It's a smite.
No, it works on offense, but it's only on zombie.
Is that?
It works on offense, but I would have just blocked Anointer Priest in that instance because that's not a zombie.
Oh, blocked by. Okay. I thought it was like exile smite on zombie, which is a bad card, but
Yep, they just got to go for the beatdown because it's the only way they're winning.
I have bad news for them. Because Initiate's Companion can actually fight down, although not when they have mana up.
Not when they have mana up.
Like the Scorpion.
They don't have mana up anymore.
No mana is up anymore. Now we can. Now Initiate's Companion can fight the untapped
Yep.
Anointer Priest, and we steal a game with a greedy keep when an opponent kept a 2-lander.
Yep.
Which, that was a reasonable 2-lander keep from them.
Yeah, they had three plays, and like they drew into some cycling, like they have cycling in their deck, but
We're attacking for 8.
oh, there's the black.
There's the black.
I like that we've drawn 8 lands total. This is all 4 spells.
You only need 4 spells to win the game. See, now they've got Mighty Leap, they can block.
Cat.
They can
But they
block
die.
the cat.
But they die.
They die if they do that. Yes.
Oh wow. All right, so they're gonna.
They're going to go to. Okay. I kind of felt like holding that land, to be honest. Just hold up these 3 mountains in our hands. Okay, speed bat.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Yep, they have. It's a zombie.
I
You
can't
cannot attack.
I cannot attack into that. That's no. Because I can't lose my only creature.
We can't lose our only creature. We have to draw anything to reach out and touch our opponent at all.
That doesn't exist. like
I mean our interaction, not
Right,
just
right.
our opponent. Yeah.
On the plus side, there's only 7 more turns left.
We have drawing lands.
Yes. So, like, that can't happen for too terribly
Oh,
long.
we do. We have fling. Yeah.
No, we do. We have fling. I know. That's an out that just says win the game.
So we do have a reach out and touch our opponent directly. We also have the Crocagator, who I think can attack into this board. Do we put the counters on Crocagator, or do we put the counters on the 4/4 Trampler and just send in? Because if we send in the Gator as a 4/3, they're just going to block with Unwavering Initiate.
No, if we send it in as a 4th, this sucks because, like, if I play the Gator and attack with both, they either... So there's 2 options. Either I attack with the gator. They block with blighted bat, smite it. Or I put the counter on the gator. They smite the chariot and then kill
The gator loses trample.
yeah, and also gets like
We could play the croc and not attack. But I don't know where we put the counter at.
I'm gonna save it as a trick. See if they slip up.
It's also got haste. We could just hold it.
Every card in our deck, with the exception of the 7/7, is playable with the croc. So,
including the other croc, which, if we have that, okay, they must have drawn another zombie.
yeah, because they're dropping that shield. Again, this is the trick. We might be able to like sneak it out if they just go for like one. Yep. So there's a untapped target creature. Okay.
Heyo, that's some inevitability.
Yeah.
Because you can use it on 2 creatures if you do it right. Like you tap on their turn, then untap, tap on your turn.
Well, it's only attack.
No, I meant on the second mode.
No, the second mode is until your next turn, so you can't double it up.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah. It doesn't work that way. Getting to pay costs. They have... Okay, embalm and start gaining life back.
It becomes a zombie.
Yeah. Well, play that pass.
That could be a lot of exert, like a lot of trample on the exert.
Right. This is the last game, so I'm not worried about time. Again, if we can just draw into the damn fling, it's over, but... Opponent has 4 live cards in hand, too. That scares me. Your flyer can't attack.
Oh,
well, that's a new target for that's just a new target for our.
Yeah.
Can I wait a turn?
We play out the gator.
I can't attack with this, or else we lose. Well, actually, losing trample's not bad.
Yeah, losing because we can hand trample off.
Doesn't all out make any sense. Okay, so this will block like Anointed Priest or something like that, or Bat. They have 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10 toughness. They'd have to all out block. Maybe I just go for the all out attack then.
We also have Edifice on the turn off next turn, but they also have another blocker next turn. Yeah, guaranteed.
I'm gonna see if they make a misstep, and also if they misstep, we probably can.
If they make a misstep, then they probably lose much of their board.
Or their life.
Yeah.
This doesn't have a can't block. This is just can't attack.
We'd have to have another brick on it. Is why I meant next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we can wait. I think worst case we get their board.
Yeah, you have to block all of our creatures. I was thinking that block you were just making leaves you at -1. Did they not have? Did they not have it? Wait a second. Well, we moved the anointer in front.
It doesn't matter. That's 5. They're both dead to the damage.
Okay. If we pull our combat trick, I think we have to let them do it first.
Yeah. But they'll probably just accept these blocks.
Yeah.
This is a standoff. If they pull the trigger, they lose.
If they pull the trigger, they lose. If they don't pull the trigger, we win to drawing a crocodile.
We also have the edifice to hold off the game for some time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know here because if they again, so the thought is like they can. So the reason I can't brute strength is that there's a zombie blocking all 3 creatures. Zombie. So if I brute strength, they just go boom, kill it.
Yeah.
They're thinking about spending their thing on the charioteer to remove trample.
Yeah.
To save them life. They'll also save them their sparring mummy, which gives them a lot of power on the board. But if they spend that trick, that's their only way.
We have 2 cards in hand. Yeah.
If they take the blocks, I'm okay with it. It's not good, but I'm okay with it.
It's not great, but it puts us in similar positions.
I'm not worried about the clock.
Yeah, we're not worried about the clock. This is the game 3.
Yeah, thank you though. I mean, this is game 3 and is going to be decided like here.
Yeah.
One of the big things here that's good for us is the Anointer Priest is their embalmed Anointer Priest. If they still have this other Anointer Priest, but they won't have double. If they take the Chariot, brute strength the Croc and win. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thought process. So this is what I'm asking them is if they want to spend their.
Nope. Spend either their. Oh, okay.
All right.
And we pass.
They're gonna start gaining life back, and we're gonna again have to try to use brute strength to like steal a game. Not great. Not great at all. So, embalm that. Yep, that makes sense. Edifice that. That'll be good on the flashbacked uninitiate.
Okay, so we just hold.
Yep.
Okay. You wait till end step in case they have something.
Yep.
The clock begins.
They might mighty leap to save it. Oh, that's what I get for doing it in combat. You even
Hey!
oh, that might just be game.
Yeah, they can't block that with any of their. Well, they can block it with a. They can block that with a zombie.
No, we
Yeah, we edifice it.
we
Yeah.
edifice it.
Okay. We just have to not die next turn.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't kill it until we have to, in case Fling pops out of our deck.
Mm-hmm.
We're holding back with the priest in case we draw a crocodile.
Yeah. We don't have much time left. Not the clock. I mean, in the game.
Yeah, they're in our life. Only 5 lands left in the deck, though.
That will be lethal.
So we'll have to eat the sandworm.
And then crocodiles are only out. Unless they don't all out. Okay. Go to 1. This is our last turn. No.
Okay.
So that's... Yeah, it's not gonna do it. Yeah, it's just nothing to be done about it.
Is it the old razzle dazzle, the old 14 lands gag?
Oh god, that even went so good on the start. But we, like, basically we had the early pressure and nothing, absolutely nothing to back it. Nuts. It sucks because we know what their final card in hand is too, so.
Mm-hmm. Either that or they bluffed the hell out of it.
I'd be impressed.
Yeah.
Well, the trick to that bluff that makes it a very good one if they had it was twofold. One, they never dropped it. They never dropped the shield. They always left up that single white. Two, we could not afford to call it.
We could not afford to play around it, or else if they had it, we would have lost much earlier.
Right, we would have lost on the spot, and we were still in a... Okay.
Yeah, it's just capable.
You need a third land for it to work, but...
Not premium, but capable.
Yeah,
I mean, with our ability to draw lands, hell yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, the block with the 3 zombies makes them be... I think they had it as well. They could have been. They could have been had nothing the whole time, but there is no point in the game where calling the bluff would have been worth doing. Okay, I guess we're gonna be edificing for a while.
Mm-hmm. We have the exciting play of Exert Hooded Brawler. Ooh.
That's a card I don't really want them to have in play.
You could just murder it.
I could.
Is that worth doing right now?
I'm gonna go to combat first. They're not gonna let me, but... Okay. I think I have to kill that. I can't let... Like, this deck is obviously one that's going to be able to make use of it.
So 1 mana in, 4 mana out.
Yep, they could have Censor too, and then we can't kill it, but... Yeah, we don't have a choice but to kill that. Like, this thing is way too good, and like, this is the deck that's going to have something like 14 cycling cards.
Man, Edifice is really good against us, since we're all about, like, big, meaty creatures.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Crocodile in. Like, Crocodile in with both Exert the Brawler.
That seems fine. Do we counter on the
I think,
Brawler?
yeah, counter on Brawler so they can't trade. Kind of sucks, because it means this thing's going to get targeted by the Edifice forever, but something has to be targeted by the Edifice forever, you know?
Yeah, something has to be targeted forever.
Oh. I don't like that interface. It's very weird. They probably don't block this at all and just take half their life total down, so if they trade here, I'd love it.
Hey,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I did not expect that to work, because that's a very... Like, we had already kind of thrown that thing away. Makes me feel better about trading a 4 for this sniper.
Yeah.
Alright, I kind of want to get the Edifice going.
Off double black. Will that matter? Okay, they had a removal spell.
That's fine.
We get to make 2 creatures next turn.
Yep. Fine! We can't attack with our O2 Crocodile. Whatever. If we drew a 6th land, I actually would have played Edifice instead, but we did not. So.
Yeah, we did not.
I like these brute strengths.
Yeah, with our... wondering about that.
We can Death Touch Trample, you know.
I mean, we can't, but we can in the abstract.
Right.
It also makes Crocodile a secret attacker. I guess now we can make a Oedipus.
Yeah. I'll post-combat it. Alright, so tap that down, and I'm just gonna hit him for 2. There's no point.
It's less damage overall if you exert.
Yeah. So our Edifice is just going to be sitting here building bricks?
Yeah, it's going to be making our Crocodile unable to attack.
Yep. Our Crocodile... Crocomire.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of lands, bud. I'm sorry.
I've been there.
Yeah, I know that feeling. We have a lot of remove... Like, I like Cartouche here. That's nice stuff. Okay, sure. It's better to do that, like, there... Alright, and then we... yeah, this thing also can't attack. Sure. Yep, you got it. Ooh, that's nice.
It's a creature they're going to Edifice. But even if they Edifice it, it still fights really well.
Right, that's the thing I like about it. And we have 1 mana left over. This is a good card. The Emberhorde Minotaur is pretty... Like, I like Order of the Sacred Bell, this size, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that has text, you know? A good text, too.
Pretty good text.
Probably getting countered with opponent not showing us anything and having 2 in hand. I think their hand's two blanks. I think their hand is land.
I think their hand is Swamp Island.
Oh, they have Final Reward. Sure,
Okay.
they didn't want a Final Reward on the Initiate's Companion. I don't think they have it much. I'm fine with, like, 1-for-1ing against an opponent with 2 cards in hand, you know? Especially once Edifice is on. Okay, Cyclone Floodwaters, because the card doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
That's fair. Ooh, we got something big? Okay, that big old thing.
A thing that...
Is getting Edificed forever, right? Like,
Because
Sure.
once we can turn off its ability. Its ability is only that it gets larger anyways.
Yeah. Well, it's fine then. Your creature can't attack, then. Alright, well... What's our opponent at? 11? Alright. Let's pass.
If yeah, if we could death touch attack, but that doesn't seem
I don't want to...
especially profitable.
Yeah, I don't want to lose that creature. Especially because the Edifice is coming on next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And can just answer this 4/4. And then we can, like, fight down something, like, smaller than this. Their point is to regrow their Serpent at some point, roughly on turn 16. Well, we're on turn 10, so... sure. This is so dumb.
Okay. Ice Manipulator matchup.
Uh-huh. I'm boarding in the Shatter again. Okay. That sucks. That really sucks.
It's rather poor, I have to admit. None of our guys can do more than 1-for-1 with a zombie, or 2-for-1 for a zombie.
Yeah. The exciting match of End Killing, where everyone stands around and looks at pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we can't do anything about that. I guess we hope they start attacking with it. I don't know.
I don't know.
Or we draw a bigger thing. I am not certain what we do about that. I'm not throwing a Brute Force away for a 2/2. That's for damn certain. I can tell you that much. That's easy. Hopefully they make the mistake of attacking, I suppose. A lot of lands. This card's very good, by the way. Liliana's Master. Also, this is a horror, oddly enough.
Yeah, but not a demon.
Look at that head.
It looks like a demon. They probably told the artist to make a demon.
Yeah, that head. It's funky. Yeah, I just don't want to spend, like, I want to spend the brute forces to kill our opponent. I'll be honest. That's what I want. Heck, the other problem is throwing in a brute force doesn't 1-for-1 with a zombie. I lose my creature and brute strength for that. So, like, it's just not great. Sure. That's weird.
Well, they don't want us to get rid of cards from his graveyard, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. Really? There's a chance they die.
They might die.
One
We
card
take
left.
6.
We take 6. One card left? That card has to be pretty goddamn good.
We attack for 6. We have 12 damage if we want it, if they don't produce a blocker.
If they don't produce a blocker, I kill them on the spot.
Okay, they're just... that's 5 mana. Okay. We know the cards in hand. They're dead.
They're dead. Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
I accept. This can't block.
And now we, no, Sacred Excavation isn't a bad card. It's a rather good card.
It's a very good card. It's just they shouldn't have done that. Because their hand
Well, how would they know that we had 6 points of burn in our hand? We're not playing Hearthstone.
I'm not bringing that crocodile.
Yeah, they can't have anything.
Well, they can cycle into something, I guess.
What? Okay, they could cycle into 2 mana bounce if that's a card in their deck, but
Right.
no, there's no cheap answers for anything.
Yeah, their horror gets bigger, but that doesn't do anything. They need to cycle into bounce, the 2-mana bounce spell. All right, that tap out was. I would not have made that attack if they didn't tap out. So, I guess they weren't tapped out, but they had 2 cards they couldn't cast. So, whoo.
When they drew cards, they were looking to see if they had something.
Yeah, go brute strength. That worked. That worked.
Where's the sideboard at? There.
Oh
No?
no. What the hell? That was
Okay.
weird. Okay. I want one of these in. Probably taking that out. Do I want a second one of these in? Is that too much?
If that were naturalized, I would say yes.
Right.
But it is not. We are bringing a removal spell for a single card.
Yeah.
Although, okay, what's bad here then? I guess is the question. Like, would you be okay replacing Bloodlust Insider with a Dissenter's Deliverance?
I still kind of like that. I want to play with it at least once.
Yeah, so we can.
Uh,
That's our toy card this
right.
time around.
I want to evaluate the damn thing, and if it's not in their deck, I can't ever evaluate it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not. Okay, let's evaluate it then.
Okay. Honestly, I would like 15 creatures in this deck, but we don't have that many, so we have decided to make concessions.
Yep.
I think we bottom that. We're looking for go.
I want it so bad, but I think you're right. I hate this.
We could be playing 2 Edifice of Authority, but again, we would have to cut a creature to do it, and we really don't want to do that.
Yeah, specifically, we're not playing the second one specifically for the creature count. It was, I think it was literally the 24th card.
Yeah, well, like, we're either going to remove a removal spell for it, or remove a creature for it, so it's like, ugh, painful.
Sure. Oh wow, I'm gonna have to exert. That's fine.
And hopefully we draw a land.
Haste.
Incite some bloodlust into this Bitterblade Warrior.
Yeah, we have to exert or else it doesn't actually get in. And
Yeah, we trade its exertion till next turn. Like, it gets to haste this turn, and then next turn it has summoning sickness.
Fair. There are only 12 creatures in Magic the Gathering, and 8 of them are on 1 card. Sure.
I guess that means we can't really cartouche it anymore.
Unless they... Yeah, I was thinking we could kill that with our own cartouche, but no, they're attacking, alright.
Okay, because they either going to they could either attack with it, block with it, or draw a card with it. I guess. Yeah, we cycle the Greater Sandworm. We get to attack for 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is League of Swiss, so
Yep.
we're in a league draft right now.
Yeah, Swiss League. Enter the intermediate one, I guess. So.
And the deck of the day is mediocre Gruul. I think we have 0 rares in our deck.
Extremely mediocre Gruul.
Yeah.
There is
pick one.
There is a single limb league, but I don't like it because it literally just has worse payouts for no reason. I don't understand that. Just get in for 3.
Yeah, get in for 3, play the cartouche. Yeah, wait, if you exert the Bitterblade Warrior, you can fight.
Yeah, I could. Exert it, fight, kill that, and then they don't have a... That actually could be okay. If they have interaction there, that seems really bad, though.
Yeah, ain't that always the way with fight spells?
Yeah, into 4 open mana. That's...
Like, it's either that or get the Edifice down.
Why that order? Why attack then cartouche? Because if I don't attack and play the cartouche, my 3/3 will fight a 2/4 and nothing happens.
Yeah, and when the Bitterblade Warrior exerts, for one, it gets Death Touch. For two, it gets +1/+0. I guess what could they have that would
A bounce
annoy that at
spell.
4 mana?
A bounce spell.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try it.
it's not good, but
We don't have anything else to do in this hand is the problem.
it'd be played the Edifice down.
Like, this is very liable to get 2-for-1, so...
Well, if they bounce our guy, it's only 1/1 with the Cartouche. We can play our guy again.
Yeah. I guess if
Oh,
it...
I guess if
Oh,
they have,
okay.
okay, they could. There is a black 1 mana combat trick,
I
but
was
that would loosen the Cartouche anyways.
I was not expecting that to work. They passed with 4 open and did nothing? What is their hand?
I shrug.
Yeah, like... Cards? I don't know. Emberhorn Minotaur is next turn if we draw land, by the way, because we can haste it, and then we can Crocodile haste.
Yeah, we could even kill our Bloodlust guy to haste off. Okay,
Ooh.
a powerful card.
Good card.
I mean, that's a play. We don't really want to be taxing ourselves with Edifice currently.
Well, I can't. Well, again, I can't use the Edifice on playing it. If I had 4, I'd be a lot happier playing it. And yeah, you're right. We can't afford the taxing with this few. That's a trample's good. This is strong, by the way. It's a 4-mana 4/4 flyer with multiple upsides.
Yeah,
Like,
this thing is
holy
rather
shit.
good. I think it gets played in Ryan's stupid Drake Haven. Oh God!
Okay. All right. So the board is just flat.
They did not attack.
That's good. We just need to keep producing creatures.
Why didn't they attack?
They're because they're scared of us doing that dumb lethal trick thing again.
Hey, we've got him running scared.
We might have them running scared, I think, is the trick here. Could have attacked with Bitterblade there. I need some lands.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be able to play these 4s very badly. Exert Bitterblade might be worth it next turn.
Emberhorn is also good here because it gets the menace.
Yeah, Menace is good here. Though double block is just kill because it's a 5/4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're coming in. They're coming in for okay. Four.
They realized it. They realized they should have attacked.
Yeah, they should have attacked last turn with that very easily because it's 4-turn clock. Like, and we're just sitting here doing nothing. Okay, more flyers. Alright, I'm going to attack with this thing here and death touch it and see what they do. They probably block with a
zombie.
Zombie. And maybe it's Edifice just because we need to buy time against flyers.
Could be.
Again, this gets double blocked by 2 zombies even if I exert it.
Maybe that's okay. No, not because it doesn't get damage in. It just kills the zombie.
It does nothing. It gets damage in. I need to play Edifice here to stop us from dying from 7 power of flyers. I'm fine with that because that means next turn I can do that. Also, we get the death touch trample here. Okay. This is fine. We can start knocking this out so it can't attack, and then... Okay. Not the best. We have a ton of haste flying. Every creature we draw is haste.
Mm-hmm.
Edifice, your curator. We probably take 3 in the air. If this is 6, that's greedy. Yep, so 3 in the air. And then probably another Drake.
Yeah, probably another Drake. Or watch them disturb the sands and just kick us out of it.
That would definitely do it.
They would have
Yep,
attacked with
that's
zombie
it.
if they did
Oh,
that.
flood. Oh,
Oh,
that's bad.
why
We.
didn't they do that pre-combat? I think that kicks us out of the game. Because I'm trying to see how we get out of this. Like, we play the charioteer to block a zombie. We edifice their curator. They attack us down to 6. We have no way to exert pressure.
Right, like, where am I winning on this is the question. That's the hard. Like, I could play Emberhorn Minotaur and attack. Crocodile gets in for 5, but then just the curator trades. I could exert Emberhorn Minotaur. They'd have to double block. We'd kill the curator that way.
You also have magma spray if we want to take both their creatures.
Let's do that. I'd actually like to take both their creatures. Let's try for getting both their creatures.
Yeah.
That seems like the best play here.
They have 1 card in hand. I can't think of a single blue trick for 1.
This is the best line here. This is good.
Yeah, this.
So attack with exert. Basically, we need them to double block.
Yeah, we need them to double block. What they should do is just take 5.
Problem is, taking 5 is dangerous against us. We have the fear of God put into it, right? Like, hopefully that fear of God pays off, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, good.
Okay, so we can 2 for 2 with them, and we take 3 to the.
Actually, let's let it resolve first, please.
We'll do it in damage. Yeah.
This is a slight misplay. The curator should have been the one I magma sprayed.
Yeah, in order to, because they can pick it up with the
Yes.
with the thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
But if that happens,
That's if that happens, that's bad for us.
we'll worry about it when it happens. But now we can. Do we like play?
I'm kind of thinking play like multiple creatures.
Okay, play multiple creatures. Do we haste any of them in? Or
Yeah, I think that's fine. We're probably not going to die next turn to this. They probably have to hold it back to block.
yeah, they hold it back to block because we'll have a 5-powered trampler next turn. We'll actually have 2. They don't know that.
I don't think I exert. I think I just go brawler in and exert next turn.
Yeah, I think we exert next turn with the when we have the crocodile speed out because they don't know about the crocodile yet. So the Bloodlust Insider has done. They're going to 5 on a removal spell.
That's
okay.
Fine. Okay. So they attack us down to 3.
And now we have to start holding up mana.
Yeah.
Hopefully they played a land. What is their last card?
Sure.
That's a good card.
It's a good card, but it is only on the ground. So. It's effectively scry 3.
Ooh.
Cartouche instead.
Yeah, Cartouche, kill their Naga, attack for 4.
And then we can edifice keep that.
Yeah. No, we can attack for 5.
Yeah, 5.
Plus Insider gets to come in.
They have no cards in hand.
Or do you want to kill the flyer?
No, let's be aggressive here. Killing the flyer might be safer, but I'm going to be aggressive.
And killing the flyer doesn't do a whole lot when we have the edifice around. Plus we can draw another removal spell. We can actually kind of count on that with this deck for once.
Right? They're going to draw a real card, though. They just scryed 3.
Yeah, they just scryed 3. They put a land in the yard, I think.
Yeah. And we know we can't draw the fling. It's a bottom card of our deck in this game.
Mm-hmm. And we have no shuffle.
Maybe they draw Edifice? Edifice would be a card I would top deck if I was them. Nope, we're going to get owned by my very poor choice. Alright.
Okay.
So... Yep, I am currently paying for my decision, and if we lose, it is 100% on that choice.
Although...
They have to block.
They're going to have to block both of our creatures next turn.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll be able to squeeze in for 1.
No, that's dead. I'm killing this.
Oh, okay.
Because putting the counter on itself or something else would be a bad choice. Then they could trade their board. Because the Edifice isn't fully powered. I can't block on it.
Yeah.
Floodwaters does nothing, though. That's good.
Yeah, Floodwaters does not do a whole lot. It gets rid of the cartouche if it were still alive.
They're going to bounce Charioteer, I think, and that would be what that does. So we kill off the 1/1. Thank you. You've done actually pretty good work this game, 1/1.
You didn't do so bad. You outperformed my expectation, which, granted, was low. But
They have to block with both. But again, if we take a loss here, it is 100% to my really, really, really shit play.
at least you realized the play as you realized the mistake as you made it. But
right, that's still awful. So they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
Floodwaters to bounce my guy. That's fine. So yep.
Here's a question: should we Edifice in response so they can have the brick counter at all? No, we'll do that when they go to Floodwaters. Okay.
Yeah, we do that when they go to Floodwaters. Like, actually, I guess I could do it now, but I'll...
There's no reason to. We'll hold up our whatever. Hold up our fling.
Right. They have to tap out for Floodwaters.
So we have a Crocagator in our deck that could possibly win.
Yes. They have to tap out flat for Floodwaters. And also, this hit connecting wins, too.
Mm-hmm. They have another card in hand, though. I wonder what it is. A creature.
That loses you that's the bad choice, actually?
That's the bad choice.
Why would you choose to lose the game? I guess I've done that too, so, you know, fair on ya, but why would
A mistake for mistake.
Yeah, that factually just loses you the game. I just put a brick counter on this and then you can't block me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, alright. Whew. Yeah, alright. You know what? Yeah, I think you've said that a lot. Mistakes for mistakes, that sort of thing. You know, it's how Magic goes.
It's not really how it goes. Please, kids at home, do not rely on this.
No,
It's just how it shakes out most of the time.
No, but for me, it's fine. For me, it's fine because I have a saying, and that is, make every mistake exactly once, and then you become immortal. If you make every single mistake one time, and then from there you know that you made that mistake, so you don't do it again. Once you've made every mistake that you can make, you're immortal. You can't lose. So now we've made the mistake of not magma spraying around Sacred Excavation, because I didn't think about Sacred Excavation as a card until about
a second or two after we had gone to damage. Yeah.
So
Now to round 3.
Yes.
Yeah, the point, yeah, End of Time is making the point for us. The reason we killed the 1/1 is so that the 3/4 could not trade with the crocodile, which left the 4/4 around instead of leaving a 1/1 around.
Right. So if I doubly so, like if I put the 1/1 on the crocodile, all we have left is a 1/1, and they have no board. And we don't even get damage through. Like
You don't get
it's
damage too. Whereas we trampled over for 1 by giving the crocodile 5 power. Um,
nice, nice, nice.
this seems decent.
I'm here for crushing. Bum 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 bum.
Now, we had seen them play Sacred Excavation before, so it should have been in our mind.
Right. In the abstract, you don't need to play around every single card that exists in Magic, but they showed us the card in game 1, so
Play a 2-drop worse. Okay, they're not going to. I was hoping for that 2-mana 1/1 that dies and becomes a bear when it dies.
oh, that would have been the best.
Just to spend all of our mana.
Oh, cycle. Whoa, our opponent's on
Cycle Lake Claim.
our opponent's on bad lands then. Nice, nice,
Oh, that
nice,
is
nice.
that's
nice,
a creature
nice.
I do not mind Magma Spraying. You're going to Magma Spray. We're going to shock Coral Eel.
Hell yeah. Also, I could make a 3-drop here if I had if I had drawn a 3-drop.
Yeah, but we did not.
Right.
So we just get our Vigilance creature. That's that weird Strider from Ravnica.
Yeah. Yeah, it's literally that. All right, so
They just have to play a 2-mana 1/4 to stuff us. But we can. Can we attack our 3/1 into that?
yeah, absolutely. Especially because it's coming with a crocodile.
Okay.
Crocodile's here.
Krakogator. Do they have a 1-mana cycling card? Let's find out. Brush Strider. That's what it was called. You considering killing
It was.
the companion?
So they would have to have a 1-mana cycling card. Maybe I just attack with the crocodile then, if that's like a real fear.
How willing are you to take that bet? I guess is the question. Let's rock.
If they have it, they have it.
Main costs. Okay.
The reason I'm willing to take that bet is because if I don't take that bet, sorry, I did a bit of thought in my head on like what the outcomes would be in every other instance. Like if I put it on this, and if I only attack with the crocodile and they have it, they just get the crocodile then. Like they trade with it, yeah. But
Actually, the crocodile was kind of a better block there, anyways, right?
I don't know.
No, for our opponent, they should have blocked the crocodile. Okay, so now we have the choice of make Emberhorn Mauler or speed in the second crocodile.
I like Emberhorn Mauler, I think, here. And I attack with this crocodile first, though.
Yeah, Cracky goes in.
Because I want to trade with this before it's indestructible. Cool. Because that card can become indestructible. That's kind of terrifying, actually. Keep up green. Next turn, we have Brute Strength to back up this.
Bridge Stay thing, Menace, so we can maybe squeeze a 2-for-1 out of it.
Yeah, what Burnhead said is true, too, generally. You should maybe try maybe try making the good play instead of the bad one. That's a fair assessment.
Okay, they have... We could 2-for-2 if we exert.
I'm gonna give it Trample. Well, we can need better than that. I can Brute Strength to save.
No, we can't, though.
They
have 4 power.
It gains toughness.
Oh, it gains toughness. Okay, sweet.
Yeah. This card's good, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they could have a cycling card, and that would like mean that it's no longer a trade, but we're still getting in for a lot of damage.
No,
there.
if they cycle thing, then we just 2-for-2, because Brute Strength adds 3 power.
Yeah.
So like.
If they don't have a cycler here, this is really bad. If they have a cycler, it's not nearly as bad.
Waiting for bait costs. Okay, they're waiting for our trick.
Untap target permanent. Ha.
Ooh,
Ooh! It doesn't matter. We have 8 power. Like, if they have another cycler, sure, they get another +1/+1. But that, again, doesn't matter. That's a good trick, though.
that is a good
They actually
trick.
do.
They actually do.
So that just saves them 1 point of damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually quite good that they have. The trick with the cycling there is that doesn't go. They just keep drawing cards over and over again on us.
Yeah.
It's very.
Or now they just have to.
Ugh!
They only have to beat a 4/4, and it turns out I think they can.
Okay, I can't beat that card.
Does that mean we just put the counter on the chariot? Do we just crush in
Yeah, I put the counter on the chariot and then crush in.
like with both?
Yeah,
Trying to trigger a brute strength block.
we need that thing dead.
Let's get.
We can't beat that card.
You can't beat that card, so it has to die. Our
So,
opponent's a 5.
so Archfiend of the Ifnir is a 5-mana 5/4 flyer with 5/4 with flying, cycling 2, and whenever you cycle a card, put a -1/-1 counter on every creature your opponent controls, and that's incredible. Like 5-mana
Play
5/4 demons you generally have a draw. Oh boy,
Oh!
aren't you dead?
Oh, aren't they dead? They have a card in hand. Mmm.
Aren't you? Didn't you just kill yourself?
Well, they were on 2 cards in hand anyways. So like,
okay. Oof.
if their 2-mana card didn't do anything. Okay, so our brute strength won the game.
Yeah, brute strength. But yeah, no, seriously. Normally, a 5-mana 5/4 flying demon has drawbacks, but that one has like all upsides because the demon creature type means nothing anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, they don't make cards with depth or interest or any both of them anymore. They make cards that are just generic. They do good things on your turn. That's what Magic cards do now.
I like the tricks. Bring in like, oh god, stinging shot doesn't even kill that demon.
Yeah, Stinging Shot doesn't kill the demon, so I don't know how much I like it. Shed weakness would be like just another trick. Our opponent seems weak to tricks.
Right.
Is there a bad card in our deck?
Not really. Like,
We just ship it back then.
like. I'm trying to think what, like, stinging shot is the one I'm thinking about bringing in. I don't care about giant spider. Giant spider doesn't mean enough. Like, it's not actually real enough.
What flyers did they show again?
We can kind of look through the. They didn't show
I think it was just the demon.
just the demon. Yeah, we can assume they have other flyers. They probably have like the 5-mana 3/4 flyer for 5 that cycles for 2.
Or Dusk Imp.
Well, I'm just gonna throw it back. 2/2 Bear is the card I've just sideboarded out literally every game. So I don't disagree with you at all.
It seems fine.
2/2 Bear is my least favorite card in our main deck by a watt.
Our guy is dying, isn't it?
That sucks. We're losing every single card we control for the next like.
Do we even like just not play it? Because they have the cycle card. We know this.
Yeah, I'm not committing into that. We're just gonna deworthy it on 4. This sucks. I'm gonna play Hooded Brawler on 3, but
Yeah, Hooded Brawler is worth playing, but
no, I'm not gonna throw away these things to the sniper because they are holding cards with cycling. Like
they would actually be free.
Yeah.
They even have plenty of one monocycle creatures.
All right.
There's Fling.
We'll throw Hooded Brawler to the Wolves because they can't just kill it on their turn because they would have to cycle and then -1 and then untap and then cycle again on their main phase, which they can do, which they will do, I guess is more correct. But I want them to be tapped out on 4. Because they're just going to do it again here. They're going to like cycle something main phase and then kill this. By the way, this is the reason that this is the reason that black cycling is strong. One of them, actually. The demon's the other. All right, Horror of the Broken Lands. And then they kill our thing. And then we deworthy that on 4. That's And that's how powerful that card is. They have 0 for wand. We make up the card advantage, thankfully. Cycling. Yes, I would like to use Deanworthy's ability.
And here's why we couldn't let that thing live.
Yeah. Our hand is brute strength and initiates companions. Alright. Oh, you've got it too, huh? Our opponent has literally the 2 best rares for their deck. That's good. Curator of
But do
Mysteries
they
and the Demon.
do they have the Drake Haven?
Oh, that's true. They might not have the Drake Haven.
So they might not have perfect deck. They have a perfect block though.
Yeah. I think we're going Edifice Pass. Again, I'm assuming that this becomes indestructible on a cycle, and I'm assuming they still have one with 3 cards in hand. Alright. But we can start edificing this, and that'll be fine. Because if they attack with this, we take it, and then, like, maybe we kill the Curator with a Brute Strength.
Perhaps.
I don't feel... I feel kind of bad about it, but it's at least, like, because it's a 2-for-1, but... Like,
we get some damage in it for our
it kills this freaking... Well, it kills this, too, which is the bit...
Speaking of getting damage in... our body.
I've noticed. It's fine. I wouldn't worry too much about it yet. Oh god, if I had enough mana, I would definitely like double brute strength fling and just like
Yeah.
murderize our opponent. This is likely a bounce spell in response.
Interesting.
Card's very strong.
We just play the Charioteer, or can we afford that?
No, we'll die. We have
Yeah.
Edifice. I do not feel like dying. This is a super strong card. It's basically Repulse.
They decided to make Repulse
Actually,
worse than an uncommon.
Oh, we can untap a land and play the Charioteer. Because we hit. Though, do I want to play Charioteer? Like, then they'll just block Charioteer with Curator, and then, like, I lose Charioteer? Like, I actually probably just want to lose one of these.
Sure.
I'm playing the worst creature because I want the worst creature to die.
Yeah.
And do you have another bounce spell? Oh, draw 2. Oh, boy. This is the reason I really, really think this deck is, like, just the best in the format. If you can stay alive through, like, an aggressive start, you're gonna steal. Okay. Alright. I think I lose on the spot.
Well, in response to the cycle trigger they're about to do, we can fling a Initiate's Companion at the Pitiless Vizier. And hope they don't have a second to thank the cycle for...
I'm conceding.
Okay.
No way. Like, I could do that, but that also shows off the fling. And I am dying to 9 points of flying damage. Like, we cannot beat that.
We cannot beat it.
I think the way we beat this deck is that we have to have an aggressive start.
Then
that's the only way we actually beat this deck. Because if this deck gets to like turn 6 or 7, we don't even stand a chance.
do we want the sword then? Or is that overshifting? Or do we... Ooh, how about... do we want Trumpet Blast? Our many of our creatures just incidentally have trample.
That might be worth it. What do we not want then?
I would be thinking like the only thing that makes sense would be the edifice. Like commit to either winning or dying by turn 6 or 7. Or is that overshifting? I don't know. Because like if their only creature is a big demon, then or a big flyer, we can the edifice would be good for us. Hey, there's an idea.
I'm gonna go
They
with
both
that.
cycle.
I'm gonna go with that. I don't think this card would ever connect.
Yeah, like yeah, the worm is like A, not useful in this matchup, and B, uh they both cycle, so we're not actually removing cycling from the deck. So yeah, I like this. This is good.
I don't like my creature count still, but I don't think again, I don't think a game that we get to 7 like that in, we're winning, because our opponent's deck is one that has so many curve removal.
Ooh.
Excellent.
I would like to draw a hooded brawler.
That would be a really good draw. Yes.
Play your stupid sniper.
Play that sniper on 1, please. Okay. Yeah. So this is why this deck is something you have to beat early, because a lot of the times they just have to sit here and be like, cycle, 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 and that's like their first 3 or 4 turns. We don't exert.
We don't exert. And we can hold up stuff and decide if we want to cast Pursue Glory or if we want to cycle it.
So then, yep, they're gonna keep cycling because again, that's what they do. That's what this deck does. Is it just keeps cycling until its hand looks good. Okay.
Okay. It's a good thing to spray.
Mm-hmm.
And turn late, but whatever.
Do we split threats?
Yeah, like put the counter on the croc.
Yeah, put the counter on the croc to split threats up.
Yeah, because if we put a -1/-1 counter on the Bitterblade Warrior, it makes it much easier to kill with the thing. Whereas a 4/3 croc still trades with everything that a 5/3 croc would in this matchup.
Right, because they just play a bunch of these 4/4s and things like that. So that's fine. Again, this is how we win things. There's that sniper, which we can kill with Deem Worthy. I'm just gonna kill with Deem Worthy.
Yeah, get it out of the way.
They can't put enough counters on our things to kill them because it costs mana. They can put a counter on the thing, which they will.
Yeah.
Cycling 2, yeah, cycling 2, and then they put a counter on our thing. Yes. Draw. Next turn we have a lethal hit with Pursue Glory, so that's nice.
We also have the Charioteer to hand off Trample, and we can exert our guy if we want to.
Yeah.
I hope we won't draw. I hope we do draw land so that we can Charioteer and then Watchers the Dead.
I think they're playing their Penalty's Vizier.
Is the Minotaur just better?
I think Minotaur might just be better, and then we pass. Like, it's very likely they have a way to get that, and I think we go for like a Charioteer turn where we just trample over them.
We trample over, yeah. And the Minotaur is going to force them to have a creature because it's lethal on its own with Pursue Glory.
Yeah. Kind of want them to tap out for something big here. Not
Floodwaters. Okay. Not tapped out, but that's still low. They could still have...
Okay. We can make two threats and then pass.
Yeah, the next turn we
Actually,
we just...
Hooded Brawler instead.
Yeah, because the trample happens next. We can have the trample happen next turn with a 5-power trampler. Yeah. And Trample Touch still interacts favorably with Indestructible.
Yep.
It'll deal one damage to the Vizier and then 1 damage to our opponent.
So worst. Okay, Serpent. I think we can win through that. I think we can win just casting Pursue Glory.
What do their blocks look like? They block that they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and die. Okay.
Yep.
There's no 1 mana trick that can save them. At least not if they had a black up. Nah, black wouldn't do anything either.
Exert. And this is an instant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is exactly how we needed to win this game, was just be the aggressive player and put them, because they spent too many turns early. This is like cycling. That's so much mana not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And
Whereas we had a Crocagator.
Yeah.
Winning games since Trumpet Blast. Winning games since 1997.
Excellent. And yep, there's that cycling card.
They had the 1 mana Cycler.
Oh,
I just want to die. Okay.
I'm very happy with that outcome because we correctly identified the opponent's deck. We knew what they were, and we knew how we needed to play to beat them. Obviously, the deck cooperated and gave us a good curve, but
It gave us a good curve. It gave us the card we boarded in, which when does that ever freaking happen?
right, like our sideboard card doing something. Like again, I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with when I can make these decisions and have them be meaningful. That's
You know what? Our sideboard card would have done absolutely nothing if that was Lightning Blast, because then we could have just cast Lightning Blast to do the exact same thing. But yeah, this was a overall victory because we got a Gideon plus 2 packs. We have 4 packs in the pocket for the next draft if we decide to do that. I say we, but I mean Jens. I'm here for moral support.
All right. That was good, though. That went very, very well.
Went reasonably well.
Like, I mean, our loss was, you know what, that happens. That's fine. We take them. We roll with them.
Yeah, we lost to, what did we lose to again? A better deck?
We lost to the black-white zombie player.
Right, the guy, the person who had like extreme synergy.
Right, they had the very synergistic deck, and they had the more specifically, they had us like in that game 3 where they drew very poorly for the first like 5 turns. We couldn't.
Yeah, but then
connect.
we like the game 2. I don't remember how it went, but I know game 1 was their deck just running on all cylinders, and then the last deck was last deck was the opposite of what's supposed to be true. Usually Screw beats Flood, but Flood beats Screw. But it turns out not all the time. Sometimes they buck the trend.
Right. But that's all right. All right. I think I'm good with this for now. I don't know. I could do another one.
I don't know if I'm up for that one though.
I don't know. I might just do those tomorrow or something.
My brain's
like
kind of feeling kind of mushy. Plus, is it too late for me to stream something? I was thinking that yesterday.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think so.
It's 10:30 over here. Maybe I can, because I have something to stream as well.
All right. Well, that sounds good. So thank you. Thanks, Gnomebitten, for joining.
I'm Gnomebitten. Joining me is, of course, Slow9.
Of course.
And on my stream of Magic the Gathering.
As you can see at the top of the channel where it says...
yeah, where it says twitch.tv/Gnomebitten, Amonkhet stream.
All right. But yeah, so thank you for joining. I hope you all had a fun time, and if this is pretty normal what we do, so if you like what you see, we'll be around doing more of it, and you can check it out.
More of this. So, yeah. Enjoy Magic the Gathering.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Unless you come watch my stream.
Thanks, Cuboid.
Thanks, Cuboid.